Good afternoon. In this video we're going to add a computer numerical controller or CNC lathe to our cell. In the previous video we set up the opening and closing of our jaw, and now we're going to add a machine in which we can open the door, move the turret out of the way, close onto a part with a chuck, and then simulate that upcoming video. So the first thing we need to do is grab a machine. So we are going to go to Cell, Add Machine, CAD Library, and there's a bunch of different machines in there. There are ones from Fanuc, and then there's other ones that are more generic. So if you have an actual machine like a Haas or a Mazek or any of those other items, you can get the CAD files for that, and then you can import them into our project. So for right now, we're going to just do a general CNC machine, and then we're going to use a CNC turning machine. Hit OK. And now let's bring this down so that it's on the ground, and let's also rotate this. Let's move this into position. So say it's going to be off to the back right of our machine, making sure that we are within the tool frame. So let's go inside here, U tool, and looks like we can reach all the parts inside here. Let's turn that off, and let's make these nice nominal numbers. So I'm going to go -3000 and then 1750. So now that I have this in position, now what we can do is start animating our device. So you can see that our door is closed. We need to animate that. We also have a turret that is pretty close to our part. You need to move that out of place, and we also have some jaws that are not clamping down onto our actual part. So the first thing we need to do is animate our door. So let's close out of this turret here. And then we are going to go under our machines, hit the plus next to that, and you'll see that we have our 3 jaws for our spindle, and then we also have a door, and then inside here is going to be the actual tool turret with a couple X, Y, and Z positions to it. So the first thing we're going to do is let's animate the door. So let's go to the door, double click it, and then we're going to set the motion. So if you remember from the previous video, we set our digital 1 for our tool. So this is a good idea to, if you start adding on to the cell, is to write down what each of these digital outputs and digital inputs do. So far this is what I have. Tool jaws open and close is my digital out, and then we have digital in, tool jaw open, tool jaw closed. The next thing we do is this is going to be lathe door open and close. And then same thing. Lathe door open, lathe door closed. Then I like to color in just so that we know exactly what everything is hooked up to. So this is going to be the lathe, which is going to be gray, and then our jaw is going to be this. So let's go inside here and actually set this up. So let's go device in and out, and we're going to go linear, and we're going to control this with a pneumatic piston. So we're going to go about 1000 millimeters per second for our speed, and this is going to be controlled by our robot controller. And this is going to be digital output number 2. One's going to be on, one's going to be off. And then robot controller. And this is going to be telling us when it is in position. So this is going to be 3 and 4. And value is going to be on. And then this is where we're going to figure out where our starting position is. So location 1 right now is going to be 0. And then location 2 is going to be open and closed. So let's look at here. So lathe open is going to be 3, lathe closed is going to be 4. So 4 is going to be closed, which is 0, 3 is going to be open. So let's change this to on, which means we're going to go, let's go 500 and see what happens. Test. So it looks like we're about halfway, so let's try 1000. Test. That looks perfect. So we're actually going to go with 1000. So that's going to be open. So if we look at again our Excel, our open is going to be number 3. So digital number 3, open, We're going to tell it when it's at 1000, and then close is going to be 0 and off for that. Alright, so I just updated my Excel sheet that I've been creating here so that we have one on and off, so that just makes sense, so we know what state opens or closes the object. So for our tool that we did in the previous video, one on was open, one off is closed, and then the digital ins are going to be 1 and 2. Then for this one we have digital 2, on is open and then off is closed. We have our digital 3 means we are at position, and then digital 4 we're at position for closed. So now that we have that, we have our lathe door open and closed. Now let's create our program for opening and closing. So we're going to go teach, add simulation program, and we're going to go lathe door open. And we're going to go digital 1, and then we're going to wait for digital 3. So let's change these numbers. So digital 2, and then wait for 3, which means it is open. So again, these numbers come from here. So we have lathe door open is on, and then number 3 means we are in position. So we're waiting until that 3 is on. So now that we have lathe door open, let's close this out. And then let's go another simulation program, and this is going to be lathe door closed. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to digital 2, and we're going to have it off. And then we're going to wait until digital 4 has an input. So it's opening or closing the door and it's waiting till it gets to the position. Once it's in position, it will get a signal and then it will stop this program. So let's close that out. So now we have our lathe door open and close program. So let's open up the lathe door so we can see on the inside. And the best way to do that is just to hide it. Right click on our lathe door, go visibility, and then we're going to turn off the visibility of the door so we can see on the inside. So the next thing we want to do is move our turret out of the way. So let's click the actual turret. And here's our x-axis, which means we are going to go backwards. So let's teach that x-axis. So let's go device in and out, linear, and we're going to rapid speed. So we're going to just use 1000 again. You can make this whatever speed you want. And we are going to go robot 1, and we're going to have an output as well. IO tag is going to be 3. Off. And then this is going to be 5 and 6. So let's update our Excel sheet. Alright, so I updated my Excel sheet. So we have when 3 is on, it's going to be in the back area called safe position. And then number 3 is going to be ready position. And then when we're going, we have lathe turret at safe position and then lathe turret ready to rock and roll. So let's change this and update on our actual sheet. So let's go in here and figure out how far back we need to go. So when we are at the safe position, that's going to be on. So let's go safe position on. So here, let's go 20 millimeters and see what happens. Test. So it looks like we're going forward. So let's go negative 40 millimeters. Negative 100. Looks like we're going to have to go a lot more than that. So let's go negative 400. There we go. So now we are pretty close to the back side here. So that's as far as we probably need to go. We have plenty of room to get to the chuck. So we have our at safe position. Now we have to do the same thing when we are at that position, making sure that we have the exact same numbers. And then we can have this at 0 and 0. So we're good on those two things. So now let's go and save these. So let's make a program for it. Add simulation program. And we're going to go lathe position. And we're going to go digital 3, which will be on. And then we are waiting for 5. So here's our at safe position, and 5 is ready for safe position. So we're waiting for that. And then let's create our program again, add simulation program, and we're going to go add rock and roll. And that's going to be when digital output number 3 is off. And then we are going to wait for the 6 signal. So as soon as signal 6 turns on, then it is at position. So now that we have the turret out of the way, we have the door opening. The next thing we need to do is we need to add our part to the lathe chuck and then bring our jaws, which doesn't look like it actually has jaws on it, into the actual part. Now let's add this part to our chuck, which is a little bit more difficult just because this is not a separate part, so it's trying to figure out where it is on the center. You can use the measuring tool. So if you measure from the corner up to, say, one of these quadrants, you can get a good rough idea on exactly where it is on center. I wish it did snap to the center, but it doesn't want to do that. So we're going to go in here, we're going to add our turret piece, so our little spindle that we're going to be picking up, and then be placing in here. So let's double click our object and let's go to parts, part 1, apply, and then from there we're going to edit the part offset, and then getting that rough numbers, I found that 1517 is good on the X, and then 1220 is good for the Y, and then the Z is 1200, and that puts us pretty close to center on our turret. So the 1220 is the actual going in and out. So if I bring this out, notice how this number changes. So it's the X and Z position is the major one that will place it where it needs to be. And then this is how far out do we want to stick. So now that we have this, we can hit OK. So now that we have our tool in here, we can now animate our jaws. So let's open up our Excel, and I added the lathe chuck open for digital 4, and open for 7, closed for off, and then 8 when it's at position. So let's go in here and let's animate one of these actual jaws. So I'm going to double click it, and brings up the jaw, and we're going to go to linear in and out, linear, and this is going to be full speed. We'll say 1000. You can make this whatever you want, and we're going to control this by our controller, and this is going to be digital 4, and one's going to be off, and then we want to know when we are at position, and we only need to do this on one chuck. So this is going to be 7, and then this is going to be 8. So once we are in position, let's figure out what our positions are. So location, when we are going to be on means the jaws are open, off means it's closed. So inside here, let's go say 10 to see what position we are at, because we don't want to be sticking out. Looks like we're going the opposite direction. Let's go 10. That looks like a good starting position. So when we're at starting position, there we go. And then let's bring this into our actual part. So let's go in, say 100, see where that takes us. Gotta go negative. I always forget to do that. Too far in, so let's go maybe negative 75. And negative 60 looks like we're close enough, we'll say, for government work. So we got negative 10 as our starting position, negative 60 is our close position. So let's make sure we put the same amount there. So again, this is the only area that we need to do that on one of our jaws. So negative 10, negative 60. Let's go around and do that for each one of these. You can see we're a little bit off on our part. So we'll go back and change it. So we'll move all these into position first, and then we'll go back and change what we need to have. So let's bring this one in. So it looks like we're a little bit in here, and we're just barely touching here, but we're touching a little bit more in here. So we need to bring this down a little bit and also to the right. So I'm going to hit OK. And let's double click our actual turret. So let's double click the actual machine, and then we go Edit Part Offset. And we're going to bring this down just a hair bit, not much, and then over. And it doesn't have to be perfect in this case. Generally, if you're doing something like this, it's more for show. If you're doing an actual part setup for precision and programming, then you would have this as a little bit more than a default machine. You'll have your actual machine with an actual chuck, and you'll know exact positions for your parts. But we're just getting close. So I think that is actually pretty close. So let's go 1516 and then 1198. And that looks good. So that looks pretty centered, about the same amount on all three chucks. So now I'm happy with that position. So let's write our program. Add simulation program, and we're going to call this chuck open, and let's call it lathe chuck open. Open, it's going to be digital output 4 on, and then 7 for our digital in. So that's open. So close that out, and let's make a new one. Closed. And that's going to be digital 4 off. And we're going to wait for digital input number 8 to be closed. So now that we have the programs, so we have all our simulation programs in which we can call upon on our actual program. So we can open and close, turret moves out of the way, and we can also run a basic simulation, make it look like it's running or moving. But that's everything that we need to do in order for this to work.